Good morning, team. I am Rodina, and today I will be bringing savers. Um, Before I begin, I want to say thank you to Janine and Lionel, our coaches. I want to say thank you to this amazing team, and I want to say thank you to my life partner who volunteered me for this position. But nevertheless, we will proceed. This daily time, it has really given us an opportunity to refocus and recalibrate our mindset and our actions. Um, Completing these minor tasks every single day is really transforming our lives and re-energizing us. Remember, our savers stands for, remember our saver stands for silence, affirmations, visualizations, exercise, reading, and scribing. And again, these minor tasks are really what's helping to change our current mindset. Today, we're going to kind of focus on this area, on reaffirming who we are, reaffirming our beliefs. And so today, our focus is going to be understanding your why. What is the purpose behind what you do? When understanding your why, it is the process of discovering your underlying reason of purpose behind your actions, your decisions, and your goals. It is about uncovering your core values and your beliefs and desires that are deeply rooted in motivation that fuels your passion and gives you meaning and effort. Um, when we think about our why, it's truly it's an internal look um, about our determination level, our commitment level, and our efforts. So today we're going to watch a short video by Michael Jr., and it is entitled Knowing Your Why.
They always want to put the what behind it. How do I know what I'm supposed to do? The question that you really should ask is, how do I know why I'm here? Because when you know your why, your what becomes more clear and more impactful. If you know, like for instance, people know that I do comedy, but that's what I do. My why is to inspire people to walk in purpose. So I can do comedy, I can write books, I can be in a movie, because all of it is motivated by my why. In fact, I have a new web series out called Michael Jr. Break Time. We probably just did the 6th episode. It's on YouTube. So every single Wednesday at 3 o'clock, we drop a new episode on YouTube of Michael Jr. Break Time. What it is it's me. I travel around the country and I do stand-up comedy, in case you didn't know. And in the middle of my comedy set sometime, I'll stop and just talk to my audience. And we've been filming this, and it's pretty cool. So we're in Winston-Salem. I'm gonna show you a clip from Winston-Salem. And I'm just talking to this guy in the audience, and he tells me that he's a musical instructor at a school. So I was like, all right, you're a musical instructor. Can you sing? Let me hear you sing a song. So this is what happened at the last episode of Michael Jr.'s Break Time. Check it. So you're a musical director.
Yes,
Cool.
sir.
All right, so let me get a couple bars of like Amazing Grace. Can you do the first part of that? Go ahead.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Wow. That bro could sing. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now, once you give me the version, as if your uncle just got out of jail, you got shot in the back when you was a kid. I'm just saying, let me see the hood version real quick, if you know which version I'm talking about. Just see if that exists. Let me see what you got.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound saved a wretch like me. Right now, found was blind, but now I see.
Mm.
Okay. Here's what I want you to catch. The first time I asked him to sing, he knew what he was doing. The second time, he knew why he was doing it. When you know your why, your what becomes more impactful because you're walking towards or in your purpose.
Wow, 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 wow. That guy can sing. But Michael Jr. ended with saying, when you know your why, your what becomes more impactful. Going back to understanding your why. Remember, your purpose is going to fuel your drive, and your drive will fuel your determination, and your determination, it will fuel your commitment level. No matter how big or small, give it your all. Think about your why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you getting up in the morning? Why are you completing savers? Why are you achieving the goals that our coaches has set for us? Think about your purpose. Think about your why behind that. In the book, Miracle Morning, the author, Hal, he says, in his introduction section, he says, in this process of writing your story, no good story is without a hero. And a hero must overcome obstacles and challenges. The bigger the challenge, the better the story. And since there are no restrictions or limits to where your story will go, what will your next page look like? What will you do next? What is your why? A quick story. A few years ago, about 7, 8 years ago, one of my dear aunts, actually the one who named me, she was diagnosed with lung cancer. And upon being diagnosed with lung cancer, she lived in New York, so I hadn't seen her for a while. And when she eventually visited back home to South Carolina, I had the opportunity to see her. But by then, of course, she had been diagnosed with lung cancer. And as she was preparing for chemo, I began to ask, what are some things that you need? And she told me that her doctors mentioned to her that she would need blankets because, chemo inside it was cold. And so as I was preparing to leave from Florida to go to South Carolina, I stopped by Target and I got the thickest blanket I could find. And I took and gave my aunt that blanket. When my aunt went back to New York for chemo, I remember her talking about how warm she was from the blanket and how appreciative she was. My aunt passed away 6 months after that. And a couple of years passed and I wanted an opportunity to show the world how impactful and how meaningful her life was to me. And so for the past 3 years, I have been tasked with creating something in her memory. And just recently I have launched a nonprofit to help or to give blankets to cancer patients. When I think about my purpose and when I think about my why, I think about Lift, which is the name of our team. Um, you know, pushing people, catapulting people toward uh, toward greatness. And I challenge you and I encourage you that whatever your why is, make it uniquely yours. There will be challenges, but stay the course, and truly, 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 you will receive internal gratitude as a result. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Lastly, I want to share one last thing. Life will get hard. Life will get hard, but it is so important that you stay the course and remember your why. So I'm going to share this last clip. All right, guys. All right. Never forget your why, no matter what happens. And in life, you will become frustrated, but don't forget your why. Thank you, team.